Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. You said you voted yesterday, is that right?
Yes. I did my mail-in. It was easy to figure out. It wasn't difficult. I did it. I packed it correctly. I sealed it up, and I went in my town, the board, I don't know what you call it, Board of Elections or whatever. They had it all marked beautifully where you could drop off your ballot, very easy, which I was surprised to see how many people were actually voting. It was quite something. There were a lot of people pulling up and dropping off their ballot. Really very impressed because I think everyone who can should vote.
Now, is there a deadline on when you had to get that mail-in ballot in, or?
I didn't see one, but anyway, mine's done. And there were a lot of other people doing it as well. So that made me really happy to see because it's important.
Yeah, no, it's definitely important to vote. But what's interesting is on a typical day with voting, even on election day, you can sometimes walk into a polling place and it's not crazy. So the fact that there were people pulling up and dropping off their ballot, I feel like maybe there was a deadline or you had to get it in at a certain time. Because isn't that unusual? On October 7th, people would be pulling up and dropping off ballots?
I'm not sure. And then I texted Casey. I said, did you vote? And he goes, I voted over a week ago. I guess with this Midland, people do it, whatever. I don't know if there's a deadline. I would hope before November 4th is a good time.
Now, let me ask you.
I was happy to see people's involvement, yeah.
No, that's good. Now, my thing is this. With a mask, and if you bring your own pencil or pen or whatever, and you try not to touch anything of anybody else, I mean, polling places... I know some of them are going to be very crowded, but there's others, like my town is more of a quiet town. And when I go in to vote on election day, like I'm voting on election day, I'm actually going to walk in and vote. It won't be too nuts. Like, I mean, a lot of people are still voting on election day, Cande.
Yeah, I think you still have that option. Yes, yeah. I hope so anyway.
Yeah,
of course. I have to say, at first I was saying, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't know. But it worked out really well. It was quite easy. They made it very clear, and I was glad to see a lot of other people following what I was doing, voting. I think it's important.
Good. That's good. I think, and yes, there are some places where maybe you can only vote by mail. Maybe some cities that are hot spots and things like that. You have to get your ballot in. I can see that for sure, but I don't know exactly what's going on with the mail-in ballots.
It feels so good after you do it. Like I feel like I'm a part of something.
Yeah, well, you're part of hundreds of years of history in this country,
and
Cande.
It feels good, and it felt good.
That's good. So you went, you cast your ballot.
Then I went to my favorite gift store because my daughter-in-law's birthday is tomorrow, and this is the first birthday we're celebrating where she's officially my daughter-in-law. So I always get her a Hallmark Christmas ornament on her birthday. I've been doing that for several years. But this year, it's our first as officially mother and daughter-in-law. So I bought her this really pretty bracelet, and the girl that was helping me, a young girl, she was very, very sweet. And when we went to pay for everything, she said, can I take my mask down for a minute? I need to breathe. I said, go ahead, honey. I understand.
Oh, she asked permission. Look at that. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Yeah. Very, very nice. And
she took the mask down for 3 seconds, took a couple of breaths, put it back on, wrapped up the gift beautifully. It was lovely. I love service like that.
Yes, and I'm okay with if somebody is that polite to do it in that manner. That's good for them.
Young thing.
Good for them. How about the first birthday with an official daughter-in-law? Do you guys talk much? Do you get on the phone?
We text. Like the other day, she texted me about an animal adoption that's coming up near me. It's a little too soon because it will be before I even move, but she's going to keep me informed. We're all very excited about maybe getting a dog. And we text. We don't talk that much on the phone. She's busy, and but we do text and we do talk occasionally. Yes.
Well, good.
More texting than talking.
Yeah, well, look, even with my family, I'm texting more than I'm talking. I think that's the way of the world. But it feels like you're on the phone when you're texting because when you read the words, you can hear the other person speaking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
when it comes to the dogs, Cande, I'm going to warn you again. I know you're looking to adopt and you never know what you're going to get and all that. But with your allergies, I'm being completely serious. You got to go for hypoallergenic non-shedding.
Then you can buy me a dog. Is that what you want to do?
Are you going to get a shedding dog and have allergy attacks?
I have no idea. First of all, I don't have allergy attacks over dogs. I'm allergic to them. I haven't had a dog for years. I still have allergies.
All right, well.
Bring it on. Got plenty of tissues.
Looking out for you. One last thing for now. You're talking about texting your daughter-in-law. I obviously text with my in-laws yesterday. It was about 5 hours after they left. You know, they took off back for Delaware yesterday,
yeah.
Cande. And it was about 5 hours after they left. And usually the trip at most for us is somewhere between 4:15 and 4:30, depending on traffic. All right?
Right. Okay.
So I go on. We have the Life 360 app, and my mother-in-law's on it, so I could tell where she is at any time. And I notice after 5 hours, she's only in Dover, and Dover is still about 30 to 35 minutes from her house. So I text her and I say, wow, you're only in Dover. You guys are like an hour behind. She said about 20 minutes into their trip on the southern state, they got stuck behind an oil spill.
Oh, what a nightmare.
They were stuck for an hour behind an oil spill.
Yeah, that
right at the beginning.
Oh, horrible. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I feel their pain.
Anyway, they're made
home safe now. Good.
Yes, they made it home. Entertainment on the way. I got to get into it a little bit about my sister. We will do that as well next hour.
We'll just have every day. We'll have a segment. Who Phathead fights with today?
Oh, that's a good one.
With yesterday, who he might fight with tomorrow.
I have to get an intro made for that, like a little song.
That absolutely, like Angry Birds or something. I don't know.
My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.